Hello, everyone. I'm Rennie Grills. I'm with Blazing Star Wildflower Seed Company, and I'd like to thank everyone for joining the virtual Seedy Saturday today with that's organized by CHEP. We've pretty much been coming, either myself or my family has been coming to the Seedy Saturdays in Saskatoon since almost the beginning, and it's a shame that we can't get together in person, but hopefully next year, once COVID is over, we can get everyone together. So I'm going to talk to just briefly introduce who we are with Blazing Star Wildflower Seed Company and what we do, and who we are as a family business. So my parents started Blazing Star Wildflower Seed Company about 30 years ago on their family farm at St. Benedict, just north of Humboldt, and we they did it because they were looking at it as a way to diversify the family farm. My father had grown a package of wildflower seeds, and what came up was noxious weeds. And so Dad got quite upset and said, "Well, I can do this. We got wildflowers growing on the farm and in the ditches and on some native prairie nearby. So why don't we try and pursue this as a family business?" And about 20 years ago, my wife Lisa took over the business from my mom, and so we've been running the business here ourselves for nearly 20 years. And we deal with both wildflower seeds and wildflower plants, and also heirloom vegetable seeds and plants as well. And it's also a multi-generation, or it's a three-generation business as well. Our kids are now teenagers, and they help us with the business on day-to-day operations as well. So we are seed savers. We've collect the seed that we from plants that we grow, or that plants that we collect out in the wild. We use this as a family experience as well. So getting out and enjoying a lot of the native prairie, road ditches, and also we grow plants ourselves in production plots just because it's easier to collect, and also we're not over harvesting from native prairie sites. We follow really strict protocols with our collection. We typically don't harvest more than 25% of any seed that's ripe at any time, and also we will not go back to the same location for multiple years. And so that's why we grow wildflowers in plots as well. But so yeah, we grow seed that's collected by hand. We also clean the seed by hand as well, and we use that seed both for seed and also for growing plants out. So wildflowers are very diverse in their mix and how they look. With wildflowers, you got the first flower of the year every spring is the prairie crocus, which with this nice warm weather we've been getting in mid-March here, we might even start seeing crocuses in the next week or so. To some of the later season species like the asters and the goldenrods that flower into September. So they're really diverse in terms of flowering dates, but also in the diversity of the seeds. So seeds like harebell, which is a native bluebell, which is smaller than pepper flakes, to larger seeds like Western red lily, or even some of the legumes, which are really diverse. And so when you start learning about your wildflowers, you learn about the diversity of the flowers themselves, but the seeds are very unique as well. And that's one of the things that we really find exciting. Also, the wildflowers provide a unique habitat for a lot of different species. You think of the pollinators like birds and butterfly, or bees and butterflies, but also some different species like monarch butterflies, and even bird species use wildflowers for habitat or for food sources, or even beneficial insects like ladybugs really like the wildflowers. So we not only collect the seed and sell those seeds, we also grow plants as well. And a lot of our plants have been used in people's yard projects, and also in different projects in schoolyards, and different organizations have used our plants as well. So here in Saskatoon, the city of Saskatoon has used a lot of our plants in the Naturalized Parks program. And so if you go to places like Donna Burkmeyer Park or Hyde Park or Lakewood, you can quite often see some of our wildflowers planted out in those locations. And also we put together the seeds in different packages as well, whether it's individual packages, bulk mixes, or mixes of different species, or in individual kits like this Happy Bee Wildflower Kit. So it really gives that nice diversity as well. And we also grow wildflowers ourselves. Just because we collect seed and grow plants for sale, we also landscape our own yard with wildflowers. And so this is our front yard patch. That picture in the left side is actually when we first started our patch. Now our front yard is about 3/4 wildflowers. And we even are able to grow Western red lily from seed, and that's growing in our yard as well. And so you get that nice diversity of flowers and colors. And even though we live in Aberdeen in a small farming community, we get a lot of the neighbors in our block and around town stop by to look at all the beautiful wildflowers that grow in our front yard. But also, we're more than just wildflower seeds. We also deal with heirloom vegetable seeds. And what really got us into heirloom vegetables was when my grandmother retired from gardening back about 8 years ago, and she grew a garlic that had been in the. It's a rare soft neck garlic, spring planted, that she got from her aunt. And so when she retired from gardening, she was about 83 years old. And so it'd probably been in the family for easily 70 to 80 years. And so we didn't want to lose that. So we started growing it out and we started selling it at the Seedy Saturdays. Also, she grew the Siberian tomato, which is actually one of the only tomatoes my dad will eat. And we didn't want to lose that either. And that one had been grown in the family for 50 years. So we didn't want to lose that either. So we started producing it and taking it with us to the Seedy Saturdays. And then about 5 years ago, my wife Lisa found, she got some seed from her aunt that her aunt found in a canister that her grandmother had of seeds. And her grandmother died in 1983. And in that canister was a newspaper dated 1982 with some tomato seeds on it. And so the seeds were 35 years old, and Lisa germinated them, grew them out, and the Tina tomato that you see in this picture is what came out of it. And Lisa's grandmother was Tina. We don't know what variety it is. It's a large beefsteak tomato, and so we started selling that as well. So we've spread out into other heirloom vegetable seeds as well, tomatoes, peppers, and other seeds like peas and also and also things like vine crops as well, and beets. And so we supply those as well. We grow them ourselves and we also eat them ourselves, right? So part of that is, to diversify our business lines as well. And so that seed too, we grow the seed ourselves, clean the seed, and we also package them in unique packages where we take pictures of our own seeds. So thank you very much for learning about Blazing Star Wildflower Seed Company. We're based in Aberdeen. You can find us on our website at growwildflowers.ca, and also follow us on Facebook. We're trying to get a little bit more images up there more often, but yeah, we're really happy to be involved with the virtual Seedy Saturday this year. There's some great presentations, and hope everyone enjoys. And we hope we can see everyone in person at the Seedy Saturday in 2022. Thank you very much.